Today I want to share a mindset with you that I actually think is one of the most important mindsets anybody should have in their life. And if you can have this mindset, you'll achieve things that you maybe didn't ever think was possible. So when I was younger, I was into the sport of Ironman triathlon. Ironman triathlon is a really, really challenging sport. Not just because on the race day you do a 3.8k swim, you bike 180 k's and you run a marathon. It's the lifestyle that comes on top of it that makes it really challenging. For example, I did Ironman for around 7 years of my life. And in that time, I averaged between 25 to 35 hours of exercise a week for those whole 7 years. And I remember at the time when I was doing Ironman, there was a guy in the sport called Gordo, and Gordo was a bit of a wise soul of the sport. Gordo was a really interesting man because he basically worked in finance in Hong Kong. I got a bit sick of that lifestyle and totally quit that lifestyle and decided I want to be an athlete. And he had come from no real athletic background, and he achieved amazing things within the sport of Ironman. Like he went from being a pretty average age grouper right to becoming second at Ironman New Zealand. So he went through this massive transformation. And the thing about Gordo was he was just one of those guys who you listen to because he's deeply intelligent, a great thinker, and also puts things in perspective that creates a greater understanding for you. And I remember one day talking to Gordo, and he was talking about the difference between the one and done people in Ironman and the people who do the sport for a long time. And the one and done people are people who decide they want to do an Ironman, maybe have never done triathlon in their life, and over the next year to 18 months, they sign up and complete an Ironman. Now, there's nothing against that. If you've done an Ironman, that's an amazing achievement. But one thing Gordo was talking about, the difference between the one and done athlete and those who stay in the sport for a period of time, is the one and done athlete never learns the real lessons about themselves that will stick with them for the rest of their lives. Whereas someone like myself who stayed in the sport for 7 years and did 25 to 35 hours of exercise each week, one of the biggest things we gain is a self-perspective that sticks with us for the rest of our lives. And recently Gordo did a blog post and he was talking about a few things, but in it he talked about this concept of the difficult mindset. And when you hear difficult mindset, you might think it's trying to be a difficult person, but it's not that. The difficult mindset is a powerful mindset to have. The difficult mindset is when I face difficult things, I know I can overcome them. When I face difficult things, I know I can overcome them. The people who sit in the sport of Ironman for a period of time and learn to overcome the adversity that comes with that sport and are successful to that level, they get a stamp upon themselves of a difficult mindset. Like for me, I haven't done the sport for over 10 years of my life, but I still have this mindset within myself that says when the going gets tough, I know how to get through those tough moments. And that's because I did the sport for a long period of time. So many people out there feel they lack the character, or they struggle when the going gets tough. They see themselves as lazy. They often don't do that thing they know they should do for themselves. And so their mindset works against them when the going gets tough. Now, if you're watching this right now and you're somebody who thinks, you know what, I maybe haven't developed my difficult mindset. Well, one of the greatest things you can do is go on a challenge journey. And a challenge journey where there is a wise pathway for your growth and it considers where you are on your pathway, but ultimately where you're facing hard things for a long period of time. Like in that challenge period where you're developing or facing hard things for a long period of time, you're going to learn so much about yourself. You're going to learn to overcome adversity. You're going to develop character. You're going to develop discipline. You're going to develop all these amazing life character traits. But if you can sit in it for a long period of time, then you're going to develop your difficult mindset. And the great thing about this is, like myself, it's been 10 years since I've done Ironman. Actually, over 10 years since I've done Ironman. But because I sat in that moment sat in that challenge for a long period of time, I've stamped that upon myself for the rest of my life. And there has been moments since I've given up Ironman where I've been extremely challenged by situations, but I've gone, you know what, Eyles, you know you can work through the hard moments. So if you're watching this right now and you've mastered this, well, big high five to you. But if you're someone who's watching this right now and you know within yourself that when the going gets tough, you actually shy away from that moment. Maybe you want to find a challenge that is going to stretch and grow you in big ways, that you're going to sit in for a decent amount of time so you can get that mindset of a difficult mindset stamped upon your identity, which means you move forward in life with much more confidence that you can face massive adversity and achieve massive things in your life. If you enjoy my videos and you're not exercising, or you know somebody in your life who really struggles with exercise, I've got to recommend my new book, I Will Make You Passionate About Exercise. The purpose of this book is to take those who struggle with exercise from where they are to cementing the foundation that creates a lifetime love of exercise. It has all the steps, it has a plan, it has a journey that you go through that safely and wisely guides you to bringing exercise in your life in the most successful way possible. To get the book, go to www.passionaboutexercise.com. It will be the best thing you can do for your health and fitness. Get the book right now and you'll be seeing massive change in your health and fitness in a very short period of time.